You wanna know what she said, she might just change your life.
Sharon Caddy here, Christine Bentley there, and Christine and I are looking for some style tips, so we have invited Melissa Evans-Lee in to help us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, Melissa, you're a style expert, you're also marketing director for Bayview Village, which you say is the most prestigious shopping destination. Now, I'm sure there are people across the country that might argue with you there, but still, there are a lot of great shops there.
There's a lot of great shops, and I can tell you, having an office in Bayview Village, it's an occupational hazard.
Oh, is
to
it?
To be sure. I need danger pay, for sure. There's some great stuff. And it's a really, really great season, so I'm excited to be here today because there's a lot of great things out there and a great degree of wearability this season.
Really?
Which is great. Comfort really reigning supreme.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
We like comfort.
Especially shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what's hot
But
in shoes?
you're not in, I mean, she is in the most awesome shoes ever, but the heels are 6 inches high.
Well, I came out of the womb wearing high heels.
Okay.
So actually, this is funny to talk about this footwear trend that's really the be-all and end-all when it comes to footwear this season is flats.
Absolutely.
It's been a while since we've heard that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like rest in peace heels for this season at least. So lots of great flats out there. Flat out fabulous. Pardon the pun. So absolutely.
And I wonder, so we are talking about a season, and there are some seasons that you say are more about wearability and less, because some seasons I look and I think, I couldn't get 4 feet in that. I mean, the dress is too tight. I mean, I'd be wearing Spanx from, the top of my head to the, do you know what I mean? And the heels are too high. Like, I mean, how does somebody get through an 8-hour day in that?
Yeah, I think though this idea of wearability, we have been seeing this for a couple seasons now, especially with this sort of haute or luxe kind of sportswear trend, where you're seeing sort of a jogging pant, but it's like more of a trouser, and wearing that maybe with a high heel and a blazer, or kind of a luxe sweatshirt that you wear with
the
a
fancy
sequin.
sweatshirts have been big for a couple of years
Yeah,
now.
so we have been seeing it trend that way, and this will continue. This idea of comfort and wearability as we go into the fall. I think it's great. I think it's great, and it's about time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you mentioned as we head into the fall, are you seeing more clothes that actually lend themselves to transition? As I look at today, where in Toronto we came off of basically instant summer, and it's cool again, and without having to completely go back into the cartons of clothes you put away for the season.
Yeah, and I see that both for spring and fall. I don't think, I'm a big believer that you don't need to flip your entire closet. I think, take an assessment at the start of every season and figure out what do you have, what are sort of mainstays that you can kind of carry into the season, and use that as your starting point and build on that. So I think, looking into the crystal ball for fall, it's no different. What I'm seeing, what's great, head to toe black's going to be a big trend for fall, which is, I think, music to all of our ears. We all have tons of black.
I'm head to toe black a lot of the time.
Yeah, so,
anyway.
So that's going to be an easy to adopt trend. I think start with a few things that you already have and build on that.
Yeah, what I've been doing, I don't have that whole wardrobe change. I have a few really woolen dresses, maybe.
Yeah, that's the stuff I put away.
And suits, which I'm not liable. I mean, I have a few summer suits and summer jackets, but then I have suits that are winter, and I don't touch those in the summer. But I have a lot of layering things. So in the summer, I might wear a short sleeve top. Yeah. In the winter, I might wear that same top, but with a cardi or with a long,
Absolutely, that's the way to do it, for sure. Although that said, me personally, I have the closet of somebody who lives in California, inexplicably. I've got a lot of, short sleeve, sleeveless things, but I don't want to look at anything kind of really that's really fall/winter when it comes to spring, summer.
Yeah.
Especially living in Canada, I think the season is so short. Like, I don't want to think about fall, winter when we finally have nice weather.
That's
but
right.
Yeah, I think we have to build wardrobes in that way. It's all about layering.
Yeah. One of the trends I noticed over the past couple of years really becoming strong, and I guess it's because of that sportswear leaning, is that whole knit, stretch, comfortable fabric. So we're seeing more of that?
We're seeing lots of that, but I would have to say that the biggest, most prevalent trend for the season is taking us on a magic carpet ride back to the 70s.
I bought a couple of tops that were very batwing, very,
Lots of suede, lots of fringe, higher waisted pants, thank goodness.
Yes.
Wider legs, jumpsuits, wedges. For sure, that spring's defining aesthetic. Sportswear, as I say, big. Denim, huge.
Denim still.
Denim everything.
Denim's always huge.
But
what do you
but
mean?
denim on denim on denim. So, denim top, denim bottom,
Denim
really
jacket,
the
denim,
Canadian tuxedo, sort of mixing and matching different sort of
And it's okay.
hues
Is it
of
okay
denim.
to match?
Yeah,
I was
for
gonna
sure,
ask that.
for sure. But, you want to do maybe a different tone on top than you would on bottom.
Yeah.
But that, again, to your point, that's really comfortable. White is huge.
I like that.
White everything. White
Yeah.
dresses, tops, and shoes.
Okay.
And that's something that we've been seeing for a couple seasons now. That's sort of it's been hanging on.
Yeah.
And that's when I talk about fashion in terms of being a stock. That's definitely a buy. I know that the long weekend's coming up, and people think you have to wait to wear your white shoes until after the May weekend.
Okay.
Like, all that kind of stuff is like, forget it.
While we're on shoes, what about, because I love my comfort, what about running shoes? Are they fashionable to wear with anything other than my gym outfit?
Huge. One of the biggest trends, again, luxe sportswear. So very, very fashionable sneakers. Lots to choose from. Wedge sneakers.
I've seen those. I love
Adidas,
those. Yeah.
retro Adidas, sort of, again, this like 70s, back. Huge, and the idea of wearing this kind of athletic type footwear with dresses and skirts and blazers. So again, incorporating it into what you already have.
Ooh, I don't know if I could wear. Well, I mean, it would have to be a high-end sneaker. But I see lots of just little tied sneakers with jeans and
And a blazer.
and yeah. But to wear that with a dress. I
That's
don't
very.
know.
You know what? That's very New York. That's very.
Yeah.
Because we
But
see.
that's always been New York.
Yeah.
Because they carry their shoes in a bag.
Exactly.
And they're on the subway with running shoes. You know, I mean,
Absolutely.
they're
Oh no!
not stupid.
I've always thought
Yeah.
you could always tell the tourists in New York City because the tourists in New York City think it's Sex in the City, and you wear the heels
Oh, yeah,
everywhere,
no.
and you see the people from New York wearing their running shoes and carrying that bag and going, "You guys have not got this figured out."
But they do. They look so chic, and I think, I take a lot of inspiration too from Pinterest.
Really?
There's lots of great images that show how to make that work, for sure.
Okay. Now, see, that's something I haven't thought about much lately is
What?
Pinterest.
Oh, for sure. Troll Pinterest for ideas,
Yeah.
fashion ideas.
Really,
It
and
really
not
helps you
fashion
to.
magazines.
Well, both, but I think there's such a plethora of great fashion ideas on there, ways, showing you real ways, real people, street style, how they put together certain looks. And that's a perfect example, how to incorporate that athletic trend with, the blazer.
So far we've got comfortable shoes, Sharon,
Yep.
and running shoes or, whatever.
Yep.
Sharon and I have discovered for day-to-day Skechers.
Mhm.
Where
Like
they
the
have
dressier
this-
Skechers.
The
Yeah,
dressier
for
Skechers,
sure.
but even they are so, I mean, it's like walking on air.
Yeah.
And after years of
Blisters.
blisters, yeah, because I love shoes,
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
it's wonderful. So,
Yeah.
and what about sandals and
Lots of great
flip-flops
sandals.
and all that stuff?
As
That's
I say-
always a
But are they
staple.
trending flat or are they trending wedge?
Flats. I mean, there still are a lot of wedges because, as I say, this 70s trend is so prevalent, but tons and tons of really, really great flats. Like, I say this again, like, I am a high heel enthusiast. I think I bought 3 or 4 pairs of flats already this season.
Wow, that's saying
And my
something.
boss didn't even recognize me when I came in. So, but there's lots to choose from.
Interesting.
I am one of those people that is so concerned about what to wear.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Kate Wheeler doesn't worry about it. Sharon doesn't worry about it. I always worry about it. And I don't know anymore. For example, you MC an event.
Mm-hmm.
They say black tie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to be somewhere in the middle so
Right.
that everybody feels comfortable. I get there. There's somebody ready to go on the red carpet at Cannes. And there's somebody else who walks in from work with black leather shoes and a gray flannel dress. So
Yep.
does it mean anything anymore? I mean, does anybody want to dress up, or is it casual everything? Or is it just wear whatever you want?
Well, I think to me, it's wear what you love and what you feel good in. That's my personal fashion philosophy. And I guess in that sense, I look to, I don't know if you've ever heard of Loretta LaRoche. She's an author and a humorist and a motivational speaker. She wrote a book called Life is Short, Wear Your Party Pants. And
I like that already.
I agree. I don't think we should overthink all of this stuff or lose sleep. It's fashion. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
So depart with all these archaic rules. And I watched her once on, it was a PBS thing where she was doing one of her motivational talks, and she recounted this story where she put on a horned Viking helmet, went and cut the lawn, and her husband was literally having a meltdown. Like, get in here, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that? Take that off, what are the neighbors going to think?
Yeah.
And she said, we don't even know the neighbors.
Like, so
Why
who
do we
cares?
care what they think? So I think we have to think a little bit more in those terms. Like, at the end of the day, do you feel good?
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable? Because that's really all that matters. I think,
I know, but realistically, some people just feel comfortable always in their sweats. I mean, so are you going to go to a black tie event in your sweats? No, you're not.
I wouldn't.
No, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, is where I know that it seems to be more and more casual.
Trending,
I mean,
yeah.
I go to the theater and people are in torn jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
But,
I think-
so, what are the rules? Seriously.
Well, I think, you want to be respectful of the situation and
Yes.
the context, and I think sort of use those as guidelines. Black tie and sweatpants, there's quite a bit of, quite a bit of a difference in between. But I think what I'm saying is I don't want people to lose sleep, though at the same time worrying about what they're going to wear, because, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun.
It is. But now, taking it out of the black tie
Yeah.
realm and into just day-to-day living. And I think you have to sort of wear what you love, but at the same time, you have to kind of keep half an eye on trends just so that you look like you're from the current century. Because speaking as someone who went through high school, let's say it's decades ago, there are some people that now there's Facebook, right? So you can see what they're doing.
sure.
And some of them look like a very much older version of their grade 11 picture. They haven't changed at all. In fact, they've not changed so much that maybe this season they'll be back in style again. Because we're throwing back to that
sure.
particular decade or that era. But isn't it kind of like socially, if you're in a work environment and you're in a social environment and maybe you're in a place where, whether you're back either in the dating world or heading back into the dating world, and don't you want to kind of stay current to a certain degree?
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I think what you do is you keep one eye open when it comes to the trends, and I think you wear what works for you. The last thing you want to do is put a square peg into a round hole.
Right.
So if, the 70s are a big trend, but maybe, high-waisted jeans don't look good on you. Well, then don't do it. Maybe
you're
there's
not
another aspect of the 70s trend, though, that you could do.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a fringy purse or a suede jacket to still make you feel current.
Yeah, like I'm not a fan of the bohemian thing.
Yeah, no,
so
me neither.
I've already been there. I'm not going to do that again.
Right.
Like I did that in
Right.
university. Like
Exactly.
when we were very, So I'm just going to pass on that. But it's okay to pass on some
It's
things.
okay to
when you're
pass.
not. It's okay to just take certain things, and I think I'll still be current because I'll do other things. Right?
Yeah, and there's so many trends. For instance, floral prints. I know this is, to quote Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada,
Yes.
how groundbreaking that florals are back. They're back every spring. So again, if we look at this as a stock, this is definitely a buy. Okay, pick up something that's a floral. You're going to be able to wear it this season. You're going to be able to wear it next season too.
Big floral, smaller floral.
Both. We're
Really
seeing both.
everything.
And you know what? If it were me and I was going to go out and specifically look for a floral something, if you pick something that's a little moodier, maybe the background is a little darker, you could actually wear that in the fall and winter too.
You're absolutely
right?
right.
So think in those kinds of terms. But absolutely, think of this as a fashion menu, and you can choose
Pick and
from. You don't have to do everything. Like, I know what looks good at this point in my life. what kind of silhouette.
Yeah.
So, regardless of the trend, I'm still going to wear an A-line skirt. I don't care what you say, what the trend is. It's not going to be a mini skirt.
Yeah.
This is what she said on Canada Talks 167 Sirius XM, and we're talking to Melissa Evans-Lee, and you're talking about floral, and for example, even something silly like I was at Indigo, and they had just little clutches, floral, $18 or whatever.
Yeah.
You could grab one of those to, go out and grab a coffee on a Sunday morning. I mean,
a little
you've
floral
got something,
scarf. It's easy.
or a little, bag that you throw everything into, a few groceries or whatever. Not a clutch, but a
tote.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some accessory.
Now, what about because I know a lot of the women do the buying for the men in their life. What is hot for men this year?
Oh.
Kind of. Are they going 70s as well?
No, not so much. And
Are
I
they
feel
doing
like there's
all the colors? Like I was seeing men
a little
for a
bit.
while were in the wildest colored pants. I mean, orange and lime green, and I mean.
And with accessories, I
Yeah.
think that's an area where they can exert a little bit of personality with, a colored
Is it
shoe
very
or
sort
a
of
colored...
metrosexual wardrobe for men still?
I think it's both, and it depends on the fellow, right?
And
Like,
the
my
age.
guy's not going to wear anything with color. It's a black uni. Head to toe black, and it's black every
or
day.
gray,
But it depends on the person, if they
Okay.
want to add that kind of punctuation of personality with a colorful shoe.
And what about for style trends now? Is it translating from what we're wearing into our homes?
Yeah, for sure. I think that there's an element of this 70s, for instance. Some of the coloration, which is great. A little bit of floral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, a modern, just generally aesthetic.
Yeah.
The color palettes,
It's
gray.
I'm fine.
gray's big
Yeah,
for
the
fall.
gray. I'm going with the gray in my house right now.
Yeah.
It's the pardon me. It's the idea of the I've been thinking about the 70s thing and the colors, and I find like, man, I don't know how willing I am. I guess with little things like throw pillows and throw blankets and maybe like arrangements or bowls. But I'm so hesitant to go anything radical in the house as far as a color change.
I agree, and I wouldn't do it with the big pieces. It's the same thing as with fashion, as you say. Pick up the accessory. It's the small dose. So
And
it's
easy
the
to swap
necklace,
back
it's
out.
the clutch, it's the pillow, it's the throw. That's the easy way to get in on the
it's
trend,
the
and
vase
it's low
in
commitment.
The wild color.
Yeah.
And the pillow that isn't.
You're not going to
much.
get a shag carpet tomorrow.
No, you're not going to get your couch done in that.
Right.
But you could get a piece of art,
Absolutely.
which you could just then move to another room later,
Or
I
the
don't know.
attic
or
until
the
it comes
attic.
back.
It'll come back.
So what about the fall?
Again, lots of black, lots of gray.
Really?
There's some,
Black and gray as usual.
Yeah, the furry, faux furry, fur stoles.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of that. There's some funny things like furry feet,
Oh, I don't know if I can
furry
do that.
shoes.
Furry shoes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me, that's what I'm going to pass on, because I don't want to look like Chewbacca, but
what about
that's
leggings
a big one.
still?
Yep, that kind of slimmer
Texture,
silhouette.
yeah.
Yeah.
And skinny pants still?
Yeah, I think
You know
so.
why? I think because they go in boots so well.
They do, and boots. That's a big story for fall. Really thigh high.
Thigh high?
Boots. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I like that.
love
Yeah,
That's
almost
kinda
like the
cool.
look that it looks like a kind of a leather.
Now I have
Pant.
a friend who used to when her jeans, when winter came, and it was maybe her, she had tons of jeans, so she would have some of them cut off here, take them to the dressmaker, and then they would do just full elastic on the bottom. So she would pull them. So she didn't have to fold them because they were only for boots.
To get
they
them
were
in.
only
That's smart, actually.
Yeah.
Only for boots because they were comfortable jeans, right?
Yeah.
So she didn't have to buy skinny everything.
Yeah, that's really
so there were
smart.
her older jeans that were tight at the top, but had maybe a
Great
bit of a
idea.
bigger.
Oh, I think we just hit on
Yeah,
something we
this
can do. That's
is
very
a-
smart.
So
Entrepreneurial.
Off to the dressmaker, cut off, and put in some heavy duty, like almost like an elastic, like sock almost.
Makes sense. You
That's
can see
smart.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, our producer Cassandra had a question, which is about nails, fingernails, and she said she's seen among people that trend to really long nails. Is that because I just don't understand how that becomes a trend when we're typing on smartphones and typing on stuff?
You know what?
I don't get it.
I'm the wrong person to ask with my short nails, but you know what? That is that is a trend.
But
A
how
lot
do
of
you
people
navigate your
I don't know,
stuff?
but I'm looking over there in our green room,
Yeah.
and all those girls have the long nails and are able to. I can barely with these fingers
I know.
type.
Aside from my typos that I'd have even more of, I can't handle the clicky noise. It drives me crazy.
Yeah,
I just can't. I don't know. But that's big.
it's very big.
And what about hair?
Lots of long, loose.
Long and loose. Because I know the pixie was kind of becoming a big deal.
Yeah, and also
Lots
the
of long
bob,
nails.
the sort of tussled bob.
Yeah.
You know, the Kelly Ripa look where she looked like she just got up.
You got it with the tussled kind
Yeah,
of
just kind of like
easy dressing.
Yeah,
Again, it's that comfort trend.
right.
Again, in
and what
every
about
aspect.
jewelry? Because for a while, we went through very classic
Chunky.
pieces, and now it seems to be classic, like really chunky, and necklaces that cover your whole top.
And going into fall, it is a bigger statement, which is great
I
because
don't
you
know how much
want
bigger
something.
it can get.
well, as opposed to the fine, you are seeing that for fall, but that's a great way to enliven sort
or
of
change an outfit completely.
Exactly, something that's rather ordinary, a black skirt and a black top, throw a chunky piece of something, earrings, necklace, ring, changes the whole tenor of the outfit very quickly. Low
Yeah.
investment.
Yeah, that's where I get the most mileage out of some of my plain black dresses.
Exactly.
And you can buy that very cheaply. You can spend a lot of money on chunky, fabulous
Exactly.
jewelry, but you can also, a lot of lower end stores have great stuff.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful, cheap, so for $15 you can completely change an outfit that you had last year and make it look current.
Yeah, absolutely.
And scarves, are they still
Yeah,
the
lots of
still
scarves.
because we've done scarves now for a couple of years where I have so many of them, and then everybody's got scarves.
There's lots of scarves, and there's really interesting patterns on these scarves. Like, they're really works of art. So it's the same idea, that just sort of basic ensemble, and you're taking it to the next level with these accessories.
Well,
Wonderful.
I think, Christine, I think we're on trend.
I think we're on
You are absolutely
We have
on trend.
comfortable shoes, and I have a closet full of scarves. I'm good. I just need to go and buy. Sharon, we're in dire need of
A
more
jumpsuit.
chunky jewelry. I have a jumpsuit.
Oh,
I bought one.
pull it out.
I got one.
They're
The
great
only
till you have to go to
problem
the
is
bathroom.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has a zipper
Yeah.
at the back, and I'm just thinking. Every time I think about wearing it, I think, I don't know. I just don't know. This is going to be tricky here.
Well, just don't drink anything. You'll be fine.
Oh, well, no, well, then I don't even want to go out. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and hey, come back again. Maybe toward the fall we can talk about what's looking ahead. We'll talk about
Absolutely.
furry feet.
And is there anywhere people can follow your tips and tricks?
Sure, they
your
can go to our
Pinterest.
website. It's babyvillageshops.com, and we have Pinterest, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter.
I want
of
to
great
check out
ideas
your
there.
Pinterest.
Yeah. Oh, please do.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.